All right, everybody. You know what it is. It's all fin. And I got my boy Marty here with me. It's
It
week.
was 13. That
Well,
was 13. That was 13.
that
That
was
was 13.
13. That was
That was
13.
13.
Lucky number 13. And we started off great. We looked great. And as always, we will be great because this is all fin. And as being all fin, all for the fans, we're going to introduce a member of our new panel this week, Andy. Let's bring him in. What's going on, Andy? Big
What's going on?
Dolphins fan here with us. I don't like that you
And
got the jersey back there, but okay.
hey, you guys made a bowl game, the championship, by the way, Florida State. I'm just wondering. No, right?
We got snubbed. We got snubbed. But
Nah.
that's not what this is about. This is all fin where we going in on the Dolphins. As we started talking about, this is week 13 of the Dolphins. We had the Washington Commanders this week where we took the win 45-15. Andy, you're the
Ass
new man
whooping.
to the panel. Yeah, no, tremendo ass whooping. You're the new man to the panel. Let's hear it from you, man. This is the first time you're gonna be on all fin.
Well, I can say I'm proud, first of our fans. That looked like a home game out there.
Yo,
Amazing show out for those fans. And just proud of the defense, man. Proud of the way they came out, set the tone. Van Ginkel is the man. That guy his hair is on fire. Hair's on fire. And, the offense did what they did what they always do. Showed out. Tyreek with, I think, 4 or 5 catches for 157. Beautiful, beautiful show. They got to get Waddle more involved, but other than that, I think, our offense is looking good, trending upwards, and the defense, number 2, since Ramsey came back in the league. So I think we could only be better from here.
Martin.
A-Chain's back. That's all I'm happy about on the offense, man. I don't care what Tyreek Hill. A-Chain's back. That 1-2 punch of him and Mostert going the rest of the way. I'm sorry, but that's what we're gonna need to be deep in the playoffs. If we, number 1 seed is looking great, but without number 1 seed without a run game, I don't think was gonna be sufficient. So having that back this week was great to see. 2 touchdowns, right, for A-Chain this week.
Yep.
Like I think he had almost 100 total yards, or had 100 total yards. Mostert got to take a seat early in the game because the game was done by the third quarter. I think 2 aside in the fourth or something like that. The defense, though, is the highlight for sure. It came pretty much all around. Like I think Howell had only like 150 yards throwing. He had 2 rushing, an interception. But yeah, that defense, I think they only had like 200 yards. We blew them out big time.
Well, Martin, you mentioned one thing that I wanted to start the show with, and I forgot to mention, man. The Dolphins are number 1 in the AFC East, right?
Mm.
I would love to talk about this Washington Commanders game, but it was a mollywop, like we said earlier in the season. The Dolphins are number 1 in the AFC East. Dolphins fans are hyped. We're hyped. Do you think it's sustainable? Do you think we could finish out number 1?
No.
No, why?
I think Baltimore takes it. They're just a more physical team right now overall. They are missing Andrews, so I do think that will hurt them on the offensive. But they're running the ball like nobody else, and that defense has just come to play every week. I think the reason why I'm saying this is because we play them obviously away, and yes, we've had good games against them, and we beat them. I think 2 out of the last 3 times or something like that. But we play Buffalo at the end of the season. And I don't know. The Cowboys game, that's 3 really tough games, in my opinion, to end the season. And I think it'll be, if we do that, we're winning the AFC. I'm saying that. If we can show legitimacy between those 3 teams, like winning the AFC, the conference, getting first seed, I think we win the AFC. I do truly believe that. But that's because we have to show that we could beat teams like that. We haven't done that yet.
No, I got a question. Who do you think needs it more? Us or the Ravens?
I think we need it more. I think we need it more, 100%.
Yeah, we need 100%. Yeah,
we 100% need it more. You already seen that the Dolphins, the only 3 losses they have obviously been to tough teams, but you got to take into account tough teams on the road. You had Philadelphia. Obviously, that game didn't go our way with the calls, but still, you're in Philadelphia, tough crowd, tough environment. You're in Buffalo, even though you were in the game that first half, you still in Buffalo, and they ran away with it. And Kansas City, obviously, we're both on neutral ground, but that's still considered a Kansas City home game and an away game for the Dolphins. You got to keep in mind this team has always been hot at home, especially I would say the last 2-3 years. So it's something that I feel we really do need. And then seeing Washington this past weekend, how we were filled with Dolphins fans over there. Come on, man. That like Andy said, that was a home game for us.
But that only happens against bad teams, man. That's not that used to be our bad. That used to be the Dolphin. That used to be Dolphin Stadium when you see half Patriots, half Dolphins, half
I don't
Jets,
know what you're
half
talking about.
Dolphins.
I don't know what
Yeah,
you're talking
don't
about.
lie. That's what literally 2 years ago, before Tyreek Hill was here. Hey, we'll go to the Browns. I remember going to the Browns game one time, and it was half Browns, half Dolphins. So we
Nah,
can't talk shit
nah.
about it. Yes, we can't talk shit about other teams.
Cleveland don't
But
travel well.
They don't, and look at that.
Nah, so that's false,
Oh.
fake rumors.
So yes, finally we actually have home field advantage, and yes, that will be the only way I see us getting to the AFC Championship game, by getting home field advantage. We just have to go through Cowboys, Ravens, and the Bills, and that is a tough task. I don't care what anybody says.
Andy, you asked the question. What's your thought, man? What do you think we need it?
To be honest, I'm gonna have a hot take on this. I don't think we need it. I think those 3 losses for us, even though I'd say one of them, I mean, the Bills game was our only bad loss, if you look at it. I say the 3 losses on our schedules are flukes. I say we could have easily won any one of those 3 games, easily. Certain key pieces were out of those games that kind of might have shifted the game one way or another for us. But I think we can win anywhere. With the type of offense we have, with all our key pieces in the offense, I think we'll be fine anywhere.
Okay.
All right, but yes, I agree. But do you think it doesn't matter the team we end up playing, or you're just saying ultimately, we'll be fine? Because depending on the team, I think we need that home field advantage, and I think if we end up being number 2, 1 or 2 seed, the matchup could end up being like a Jaguars team now with Trevor Lawrence out.
In or out, I'm not scared of them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. No, in with Lawrence, yes. Without Lawrence,
not a scary team. What do you have to fear from them, guy? Like, there's nothing
I don't think Jacksonville's a good one there.
No. I'm just giving you that's who's gonna end up in the lower seed. I'm trying to think of lower seed teams.
The problem with Jacksonville.
Texans. You want to play Texans round 1?
Okay, that's a better one. That's a better one. But the thing with Jacksonville is
I'm just throwing teams.
I think our cornerbacks on the outside let us do a lot of things on the inside that with a rookie quarterback, our defense can dominate that game. The only team I'm really afraid of playing would be the Ravens. And we got a showdown against the Ravens before the playoffs, so we get to see, if we do lose, what we need to fix against them, because they're the only team that I can see, physically. Right now, we don't match up with them. We're getting there physically with H-Hand back, with our defense. Sucks that Phillips went down because he was a big tone setter on that defense. But I think physically we're getting there, and hopefully we're there at the end of the season.
I want to ask you guys, we got 5 games left. We got the Tennessee Titans. We have the New York Jets right after that. We have the Dallas Cowboys coming up on the Christmas Eve 24th. We got the Baltimore Ravens coming out week 17. Obviously, we've mentioned it before. Big game. Probably going to define the seeding in the playoffs. And then we got the Buffalo Bills week 18. 5 games left. What do you think the record turns out in those last 5 games?
I don't think we beat the Cowboys, so that's one. And I don't think we beat the Bills because I think they turned things around for the last 5 games. So we beat everybody else. So 3-2.
We're beating the Ravens?
Yeah, I think we beat the Ravens.
You think we beat the Ravens, but you don't think we beat the Cowboys, and you don't think we beat the Bills.
Correct.
So what you're saying is the Cowboys and Bills are better than the Ravens right now, or
I just think by the end of the season, the Bills will have their shit together. I do believe that. And I think because it's such a pivotal game for them, we know, and for us, it might not mean anything. That's why I think we're gonna lose to the Bills. The Cowboys game, they're playing so well. Dak's playing so well. The defense is, I think we're gonna give them trouble because of all the motioning. That Parsons will be someone, we off his game, but ultimately, I think we do lose to them. Yeah.
It's a bad matchup. Two bad
Martin?
matchups right there.
The question of are you a Dolphins fan to be continued? Because God, man, you kill us. How are you gonna say these things? Like Dak doesn't perform against good
So you're
teams.
all right, you're gonna ask me my opinion. Hey, Tua's the best. Yeah. Yeah. That's
No, not my words. That's coming from another shoulder on YouTube on our network, but that ain't coming from here.
I'm not gonna just tell you every team we're gonna play against. I think we're gonna win. No, I don't think we're gonna beat the Cowboys, and I don't think we're gonna beat the Bills. And it might be because we sit players on week 18. It might be, but I don't think we beat them.
Man. Hopefully, but the thing is with the Cowboys, like I said, Dak doesn't perform against good teams, and then two,
he performed
Parsons.
versus the Eagles,
bro,
and he's having a really good last 5-game stretch. I think it is. It's mainly at home, so that helps for him, and it's an away game versus us. But
nah, I think Tua's gonna light him up after all that talking he did on his podcast.
That's right. Parsons did come out and say
Tua comes out with like fire whenever somebody talks about him. Like that he's gonna light them up.
That's right. Parsons came out and said that Tyreek Hill could have anybody play quarterback for him, and Tyreek Hill will make them look good. That's insane.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yes, but at the same time, dude, not anybody could play quarterback out there in the NFL. That's just insane. Insane to say.
Hopkins has had probably like 11 quarterbacks, and he's made them. Well, he's done well with mostly anybody that he's played with, and they've been bad quarterbacks. There's not that many good ones on that list. There's probably like 2 or 3.
But how many times have you heard Hopkins' name this year?
Oh yeah, but you're talking about the end of his career, and then this. Now, Levy is probably like okay. He's not like he's still in his first couple games. I'm not really judging him too much on that. And he still has had good games with him under center and with Tannehill. All right, we're getting a little bit off topic. This is
I was gonna say, since you mentioned Tannehill, let's just jump into it. Let's talk about the Tennessee Titans this week. We got a Monday Night Football matchup. It's exciting.
We're no longer talking about the Redskins.
No, man, we're not gonna talk about the Redskins. We ran through them 45-15, bro. Like, come on.
Hey, I'm just talking, man. I'm just asking. But yeah,
what do you want to talk about? How Tyreek caught 2 touchdowns and only 5 catches?
And Van Ginkel had a hell of a damn game. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, Van Ginkel, I told you was gonna have a hell of a damn game, but everybody was like, Ogba.
I never said he was gonna be. No, I hate Ogba. Well, I don't hate Ogba, but I don't think Ogba's gonna be someone. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be someone to stay on more than this year.
Have you guys seen how big Van Ginkel looks right now? That guy looks huge compared to last year.
He's packing?
Like, huge packing. Huge wang, bro. Huge wang.
But moving on, like I said, we got the Tennessee Titans this week, Monday Night Football. Tennessee is currently out of the playoff race, I believe.
Yes,
it's a must win for us because now that we're in first place, I feel like we have to win. We more have to win these type of games.
No, we have to win because the Chiefs lost. That's why we have to win. We have to win.
You're in first place with 5 games to go. You can't afford a loss, especially with a game versus the Ravens and a game versus Dallas and a game versus Buffalo. Talking about Will Levis, they also got Derrick Henry on that side. Defense, I really don't know much about that defense as far as names. I know they were solid at one point, but it's just falling off. Martin, let's hear your thoughts. You're Mr. NFL. You're Mr. I know all the teams minus the Dolphins.
So yeah, again, the people that you're worried about on that in this game will be Henry and Henry.
Yeah.
If he honestly, there's no one else to worry about. Our run game has been pretty solid this year. Run defense, sorry, has been pretty solid this year. Their defense has been pretty plagued by injuries, so I don't really have a lot to worry about on the defensive side. I think ultimately we're looking for a balanced game. Hopefully, a good rushing attack, get HN back in the groove of things. Although he already looked really good this past game. I'm not again. It's Monday night, so I guess anything could happen. But this should be one of those teams that as long as you don't make any mistake, you make mistake free football, you'll be all right. A lot of like the Falcons beat them recently. Uh, damn, who else? I think the Jets beat them recently. They're not really a team that you're worried about, and not even in a division. The division's one of the worst, well, they're better this year, but it's one of the worst divisions in football.
Yeah. Andy, let's hear it. What do you think? Monday night, man.
I'm not afraid. I mean, there's not a lot to be scared of. I mean, there's always the factor, being a Dolphins fan for over 20 years of that. Oh man, we're gonna Dolphins it again. But
Yeah.
so far so good. A lot of people been talking bad about, they've been whooping on bad teams, this and that. I mean, they've been whooping on the teams they need to whoop on, right? I mean, that's things that for the past 20 years we haven't done. Even when they were good, we would lose to those bad teams, those fluky losses.
Yep.
So I feel like, as long as, we don't go back to our old ways, we'll be fine, which, so far so good with that. Not scared at all. I think it's going to be a high scoring game for us again. I think it's time for us to, tune up, get ready for those cold weather games, and hunker down, man. Hunker down, run
Yep.
the ball, get everybody healthy.
One thing, if you guys are watching Hard Knocks, which I know Martin isn't, because we found that out the last time. Mike McDaniel's emphasized the point that last year we were 8-3 and we slipped. I believe it was 5 games, right?
Straight.
You're over that 8-3 hump now that you were emphasizing so much. Now you're 9-3. Let's not lose grip. Let's continue to play like if we were down every single moment. That's just all I gotta say about that. Because the moment that you don't take it serious or you start fucking around too much, that's when you're gonna lose control and you're gonna slip another 3-4 games. And especially going into the playoffs, that's something we want. We only got what, a 3-game head start on the Bills right now, or a lead on the Bills.
Yeah, I think they're. Yeah, I think they have 6 wins or. Yeah, six
Six.
wins, I believe.
Yeah.
They're
So
6-6.
yeah,
And
They had a bye week.
especially if you, let's say, yeah, you do beat these teams that you need to beat, but you don't get the big wins, and you end up playing in that wild card game, and then the Bills somehow get in, right? You don't want to face the
They're in
Bills the
11th
first
place,
round.
bro.
No,
They're
it doesn't matter, bro. It's very tight. It's
they're
very
gonna have to
tight.
go. They're gonna have to go all like. They're gonna have to turn it around completely, man. You think
the
Josh
A-
Allen's gonna stop giving the ball away? I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah. But either way, what's your predictions for this Monday night game versus the Titans? What do you got us winning by?
24. Nah, 30 to 10. 30 to 10.
30-10. Wow, Martin, that's one of the biggest. Yeah.
That's a great score. I've never seen him
Yeah.
score that high. Hey,
What
got confidence.
are you talking about? We just scored 45 points.
I've never
This
seen
week.
him score us that high.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's
Like,
true.
He's
All
putting
right,
a lot of
Andy, what do you
confidence
got?
in us. You know, we're gonna hit another 70 bird. No, I'm just kidding. But I wouldn't be surprised if they had another high scoring game. I'd say they're up there. They're scoring 30 games of points, 30 points a game. So I'd say a good 35, 36 points. I think we're gonna shut them out today. We're gonna shut them out Monday.
I like
0
this guy.
points. That
like
defense
this guy.
is gonna show out. Ogba's gonna come out. JPP's gonna come out, and we're gonna blast Henry in the mouth. We're gonna pass that crown over to that defense, and we're gonna ball out, man. It's just another show for that defense and for this offense, and we're just gonna shut everybody up. All you non-Dolphin fans out there, all you
Yeah,
haters.
man. No, I say it every week. The defense needs a shutout, even though they don't need the confidence anymore. But it's just something that they're trying to get. They're striving for. I'm gonna say 24-0 this week. 24 to
Coño.
0.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
My man.
about
yeah.
to kick you right
24
now.
to 0. Big game from Tua. Obviously, it's Monday night, national stage. Big game from Waddle. We haven't seen him involved much. Andy mentioned, Martin, you've mentioned. We've heard it on the chop block. We need more Waddle, man. And I don't feel like this team is as dynamic when you don't have him as a second option or as open.
Right.
Yeah, so I feel like we need him at that point. Who do you say would be the MVP for this game?
I want to do the waddle, man.
You want to do the
You
Waddle?
know, I want to do the waddle, bro. Every time that kid scores, I'm just waddling everywhere. So I haven't been able to do that this year. I want to waddle.
Martin, who do you got as MVP as this game, man? What do you think is standout?
It's not gonna be Andy after doing that. I'm gonna go with HN. HN will be
HN?
yeah.
I like it.
Hey, man, you talk a lot about Tua, but you got that sack pretty close to the chin there with HN, man.
Nah, hey, that guy, him and Monster, 1-2 punch is nasty. I don't care.
Oh, it's a 1-2 punch now, huh?
It is. It is. I've been saying that. I've been saying that. But yeah,
All right, guys.
yeah, run game, man.
No, it's always gonna determine like whether we are a balanced and solid football team. At the end of it, this game doesn't mean the world, but we do need the dub. As always, this is all Finn. I would like to thank Andy for joining us. Andy, as part of our panel, will be introducing another panel member next week. Martin, any closing thoughts?
Like, share, subscribe, and check out the chop block.
Check out All
Hit
Fin
that
Network.
like button, everybody.
Yeah, hit that like button, share, subscribe. There's an All Fin podcast on the All Fin Network brought to you by Tune Out Media. As always, guys, fins up. We're number one.